Hey all, Xeno here, back for another episode of Mega Man 2. We're going to tackle the final two Robot Master stages, and then head off. So first, I think... I honestly don't know which I want to tackle. I think I'll do Airman, just to show off that his weapon works against Woodman, even though the opposite is technically the weakness order. I've never been a fan of this stage. I've always found it really boring. It feels really samey, and the second part of the stage feels exactly like the first, just kind of a bit worse. So, Bubble Lead doesn't work against these things, even though the trajectory is perfect for it. You know, since they come from below you, you would think using it would be a smart move, but no. Oh well. So these things have retractable horns, these big goblins, or air tikis, I think they're called. Yeah. Then you have these clouds and lightning lords. These clouds are kind of strange. You can see there's 1 pixel of air below my feet. Mega Man 1 and 2 have some glitchiness related to these platforms. The crash lifts also use the same collision, and the footholders from Mega Man 1, which I'll talk about some other day, have the exact same collision. After this, you got, didn't know the egg was immune to Quick Boomerang. That's really weird. Let's just use Metal Blade instead. That works a lot better. There's a disappointing lack of air-themed enemies in this stage as well, minus one specific one that I actually quite like. This is the part of the stage that's just kind of samey. Like, there's not very much distinguishing this from the previous segment. Alright, I almost died there. If you try and jump as far into the platform, even if you get by the horn, you'll probably survive. Here's the enemy I like, the one that just showed up and kind of went past. You can actually despawn this guy if you create enough sprites on the screen. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. He just vanished. It happens quite a lot to me. Might happen to you as well. Those enemies, though, they just blow you back, but they're kind of cool. I've heard that they're based on the beta version of Airman, you know, in design. Not sure if that's entirely true, but either way, cool story. So, Airman's weak to the Leaf Shield, which we don't have, but I think he also doesn't like the Quick Boomerang that much. So, Airman's AI. Probably one of the most unfair bosses in the game, right next to Quick Man. What he'll do is he'll spawn a pattern of tornadoes and then blow them towards you and move you back. You'll get shunted. There are a couple tornado patterns that are not impossible but extremely difficult, requiring like some insane input to dodge. Like this one. I think this is one of them. You'll probably just get hit over and over again. Once again, this strategy just kind of boils down to kill him fast, or either that or get good at frame-perfect inputs, I suppose. After 3 tornado volleys, he'll jump across the screen, as you saw. To beat him, probably just want to emulate my strat here. When he jumps, getting behind him is a good way to sneak a few more shots in. And boom, there you go. Air Shooter is one of the most mediocre weapons in this whole game. There's really not that much remarkable about it. It shoots 3 tornadoes that go upwards with slightly differing X speeds. There are 3 tornadoes, 1 slow, 1 medium speed, 1 fast, and they hover upwards. Very niche uses. Really, the main thing you want to use this thing for is the Mecha Joes. It's good for taking those guys out. Now, finally, let's go to Woodman stage. this is going to be the best stage, the best Robot Master stage, and honestly probably the best stage in the whole game. The design here is really nice. The theming is on point. You got these bats. You're going to see rabbits in a second. They're all really cool. The music here is great as well. Metal Blade kind of rips these bats apart. Good weakness since you can aim it and they're above you, but it feels so broken. Now, the bubbles actually work on the rabbits. This is one of the things you might actually use the bubble lead for. One of the, like, 2 enemies in the entire game that you benefit from using bubble lead on. The bats don't seem to care much about it. Let's see if air shooter works. Okay, look, air shooter works as well. That's pretty nice. Oh, wait. I want to show off Time Stopper here. Am I going to get the chance? Okay, nice. So here's a little cool piece of, I don't know, tech, strat, hidden way to get past these hot dogs. Get here, use Time Stopper, and start moving. The hot dogs will never spawn, and you'll just be able to walk past them. Because they haven't spawned, their collision doesn't spawn either, so you can just go right past. Now, I could have made it past this third one if I had gone fast enough, but I actually want to show these off, because they're pretty cool. They'll spit fire, and kind of the, how should I say, the gimmick is that there's not really like a safe spot. You always have to be in danger if you want to try and hit these guys. You have to jump over the fire and be kind of precise. I've always found this really fun. I like these guys. Now, one thing I almost forgot to mention about this stage, which I find hilarious. So, normally in this game, you can't revisit stages. So, you never have the opportunity to visit, like, Metal Man stage with the Metal Blade, or this stage with the Leaf Shield, for instance. But, if you hack in using a Game Genie or other such cheating mechanisms, that you have the Leaf Shield in this stage, you'll see that every enemy in this stage dies in one hit to it. So if you have the Leaf Shield by cheating, this stage becomes a total breeze. Even the hot dogs die in one hit to it. I've always found that so hilarious, because surely that had to be coded in deliberately. But, I don't know. That's always been very, very funny to me. If I wanted to be conspiratorial, I'd say that maybe they intended you to be able to revisit stages, but I'm not sure if that's really the case. So if you have Bubble Lead here, well, you're in luck. This is actually a decent use for it. I've always gotten a kick out of trying to use the worst weapons in Mega Man 2, even if trying to find even minor cases for their use is difficult. So there's a niche use for Bubble Lead, and here's a niche use for Crash Bomb. It kills these annoying Roadrunners in one hit, like that. You have to be clever with when you use it, but if you time it right, you're good. I'm gonna see if I can get some health. No health? Alright, that's fine. So, Woodman. In terms of boss pattern, I don't like him, mainly because the collision is extremely awkward on both of his attacks. What he'll do, really simple pattern. He pounds his chest, leaves fall from the sky, he throws his leaf shield, and he jumps. There's a pretty cool AI exploit that I'll show off since, you know, I don't really plan on trying to navigate this, but to avoid this attack, you want to stay to the left side and just jump when the falling leaves go. It seems like when you jump, their collision doesn't interact with you properly, so you can just kind of go through them. Now, you might have noticed that I paused and Woodman jumped multiple times, which isn't usually supposed to happen. Basically, the story here is that if you jump, and Woodman's in the air, he'll jump again. Now, you probably are thinking that this is going to lead to some sort of exploit, and you would be right. Oh, I'm probably going to die here. So what you can do is have him just get stuck in the corner and then repeatedly bash him with the Metal Blade. I'll show off his... Okay, no. I was going to show off his weakness to Atomic Fire, but I didn't get the chance. This thing will kill him in 2 hits. On a difficult mode, though. 1 if you're on normal. Seeing as you only get 2 fully charged shots at this weapon, that's That's fine, I guess. It's not too difficult to hit him with either, since he stays on the ground. If you don't have Atomic Fire and you have Metal Blade, though, you can use the jumping exploit. Just stay in the corner, pause repeatedly, hit him, pause again, keep jumping. I might be able to show that off in the revisits. Now, Leaf Shield is a bit of an awkward and unwieldy shield. Unlike other shields in the Mega Man universe, you can't hold it on you. Anytime you press a directional input, it'll fly right off. It's not very good for protection because of this, and it also doesn't destroy bullets, so really it's kind of more of an offensive item, even though it has the word shield in its name. It's good against the moles. It kills them in one hit. I'll get a chance to show that off in Wily 2 when the moles come back, but really it's an offensive item, not a defensive one. There's not much in this game you would really want to shield against anyways, minus like maybe crazy cannons. Once I press stage select here, we'll be going to the Wily stages though, so I'll cut it here and rejoin you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Xeno signing off.